I had this really interesting conversation this evening. I'd met a friend of mine, and we had this conversation about the world in general, but more with respect to work and how our relationship to work is different in different places. I was saying that Indians, we have a high tolerance for stress because we live in a very stressful society. We live in a society where there's a lot of competition and things like that. Whereas Sweden, perhaps the amount of competition is kind of low, or perhaps it's not as pronounced as in India, and that's probably why people in Sweden don't handle stress as well, and sometimes end up in situations where they have to take a bit of time off from work. But we had this really interesting question where we came to ask, why is it that we have to ask for permission today when it comes to taking a day off? As opposed to the ideal situation would be where we would ask if I could work. So I think the ideal situation would be where you call up somebody to say, hey, can I work today? As opposed to calling somebody up to say, hey, uh, can I take this day off today? It seems like work has taken over a very large part of our life and seems to dictate how we feel and how we live. Uh, it's kind of weird that if you don't feel good at work, it affects so much of your life. And this is, of course, not all my point of view. These are thoughts of my friend as well. But I felt that this was something I would share with you before I slept. So think about that, what your relationship to work is, and let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Good night.